Hello everyone and welcome to a new video from Your Destiny. I'm Eddie the Chump and today we'll be talking about a pressing issue, and that's aim assist on the PC version of Destiny 2 for controller players. Now first of all I want to say I hope you're all enjoying the glory of Destiny 2 at 150 plus frames and with an FOV of 105. It's going to be pretty tough to go back, isn't it? I haven't given my thoughts yet. Liam did in yesterday's stream, and as positive as he was, that pales into comparison to the gushing praise I give the game in its PC iteration. But that's not what the video is directly about, so let's get into that instead. Like many other console games that come to PC, Destiny 2 features aim assist for those that choose to play the game with a controller. Now I just want to get this out there straight away. Most people enjoy Destiny for the PvE elements of the game, the raiding, the loot, everything to do with the RPG parts of it. In that context, it makes perfect sense to allow controller users who decide to play the game at its full graphical and performance pinnacle, which is without doubt on the PC, to play with whatever input device they find most comfortable. However, there is a lot of controversy surrounding controller aim assist when it comes to Crucible. Now Crucible is a smaller part of the game, sure, but people are definitely very passionate about it. To frame this, let's first look at the news that Rogue have picked up 6 players for the first official pro Destiny roster. Now this was done with the idea being that the platform for competing on would also be the PC. So there are big things happening around Destiny Crucible right now. I actually have another video about that prospect coming soon, so look forward to that. I bring that up because Lupo, a renowned Trials player from Destiny 1 and a member of that Rogue roster, streamed himself trying to use a Zim through a controller on PC. Now a Zim is a mouse and keyboard converter for console. One of its distinctions is that it allows a very rough approximation of mouse and keyboard to be used through a controller and thus have aim assist as well. That's a controversial subject in itself, but Lupo's purpose for doing that stream wasn't to give himself aim assist while using mouse and keyboard for some kind of advantage. No, he was trying to illustrate the strength of the aim assist in the PC version for controller players. This is a touchy subject. However, I don't think it's as dramatic as people are making out. Now with strong aim assist, a good console veteran will be able to get the better of a below average to average mouse and keyboard user. One of the misconceptions about mouse and keyboard is that it's easy. It isn't. In fact, its skill curve is way sharper than a controller's. That means at the very top of the skill tree, the PC mouse and keyboard players are seemingly gods of aim, capable of doing things that us mere mortals wouldn't even think possible. However, at the other end, there are users who look even more hapless than their controller counterparts. The gap is much more drastic, and it's because of that fact that this issue is even relevant in the first place. Aim assist is exactly what it says. It's inbuilt help, and the reason it's there is because analog sticks are such a bad tool for aiming, the user requires help to perform actions that on a mouse are much more straightforward. Notice I didn't say easier. Just because a tool, in this case a mouse, is capable of vastly superior precision than an analog stick, that does not mean that the user is automatically better, or even as good as they would have been using a controller. I've no-lifed this beta along with Liam, and we haven't felt we've ever been playing at a disadvantage. Liam has excellent mechanics, and we haven't noticed anyone significantly more accurate than ourselves, to the point where it would be jarring, like it felt unfair. We've either been incredibly lucky, or our skill, but particularly his, is beyond that of the players using a controller against us. To be blunt, it hasn't made any difference to us what anyone else has been using. But that shouldn't be a surprise. We're both PC FPS veterans with thousands of hours in aim-intensive games like Counter-Strike. We're not the best players ever, but we're both above average. And that's the rub of this issue. It only matters up until a certain point. For Lupo's level, which is at the top of the skill tree as he's aiming to be a pro, it matters even less than it does to a player like myself or Liam. I'll go as far to say that if you wanted to be a pro in a PC FPS environment, you could not compete even remotely with a controller, not against the very best players. Unless of course the aim assist was turned up to the point where it was actually an aimbot, which judging by some of the reaction of the community is what they think is happening. But it's not. If you're below average to average on a mouse and keyboard, yes, a skilled controller user might be able to compete with you. And it's that eventuality that we have to decide whether we're comfortable with it or not. Here's the thing, if a controller user is outgunning you, then you're probably getting outgunned by good mouse and keyboard players at the same time anyway. There really is no answer to it other than improving your own game to the point where it doesn't matter what anyone else is using. This might be an unpopular opinion, but I welcome any player that feels more comfortable using a controller for Destiny 2 Crucible Crucible on PC. I just want the game to have a big and healthy player base. Controllers are fundamentally not capable of the same range of actions. They can't flick shot, for instance, they can't spray transfer from target to target as efficiently. The aim assist can even get confused when there are multiple opponents in its area of effect. Anyone who's sniped on COD on console can tell you how frustrating it is to have your shot lined up only to have another enemy run across your screen and drag your aim away. You can't turn or look with anything like the same freedom and precision. And those actions, the flick shot, the laser tracking, the split-second precise turns onto a target or to get away, are what makes a great player different than the rest of us. If I find a controller user that's capable of beating me time and time again, I know it's time to really practice my mechanics and improve. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please don't forget to leave a rating. If you never want to miss another video of ours again, please click the bell icon next to the subscribe button on our channel to join the notification squad. You'll be in good company. And finally, please check out our Twitter, where you can find updates about new videos and other cool stuff. I've been Eddie the Chump, and until next time,